Hi everyone, welcome to Technical RPA. This video we are going to discuss about actually two questions. It has been raised by Rohit. The first question is, why do we have two separate studios in BP? The two questions which has been already raised by one of the interview to Rohit. Why can't we have all clubbed into one? Actually, in Blue Prism, we have Process Studio and Object Studio. So when we see this diagram, we can understand one thing. Each software robot has two main parts. One or more business object that interact with user interface of the application 1, application 2 and application 3. Here we have three applications. These business objects interact with interfaces of the application of the robot which has been used. Here you can see the process. Process it's only containing the logic which was drive the robot. These software robots containing both business and process studios. Here Blue Prism has built-in support for connecting business objects to various kind of application user interfaces, including browser-based HTML interfaces, window or mainframe or else mainframe terminal emulators and interfaces which has been built using Java. The main thing we can't club with Business Studio with Process Studio because it's all about Business Studio, Process Studio and Object Studio. Object Studio, it's all about integrating with the capturing objects or capturing elements which has been used in application. But Process Studio mainly workable with logic, logic, logic. All about logic is process. All about the elements and attributes which has been used in the application integration with objects. It's all about Object Studio. So we can't club business and process, which means object and process into one studio because we have no recording options. When we see automation anywhere, UiPath or workfusion, wherever you go, the recording options, maybe web recorder, Citrix recorder, basic recorders, these type of recorders are available in other automation tools. So these recorders will be taken care logics as well as objects. It will give both and easily the recorder option will give the output of the script. Suppose when we take Metabot in automation anywhere, when you record the particular screen, it will automatically record both logic as well as object of the application. So you don't need to bother about which one to take logic, which one to add objects. So here in Blue Prism, we had no record options. That is the main reason they are splitting into two studios. Here you can see the actions, stages, data item. Maybe both studios have both most of the stages are same. Some stages may be different, but when I was explained previously, there is no script recordings are available. That is the main reason there has to be application and process, logic and objects has to be defined by different studios. The second question is, what are the challenges which you have faced in the implementation? When we talk about implementation, so before moving to any implementation, we have to take care of proof of concept. That is very important role before implementation has been completed. So what is the purpose of proof of concept? Sorry. Suppose client has identified some process to automate. Think about that is banking or finance, whatever it is. For example, I'm taking about some auditing related process, clear tax. So I want to automate clear tax. So this is my process. So before automating or before when I start my implementation or else before start my analysis, the first thing I have to do is proof of concept. Once I completed the basic analysis, the proof of concept is whatever I want to implement into the clear tax application automation, I have to do 10 percentage of work from start, middle and end of the entire application of the clear tax. So how this proof of concept will work? Usually when they give this kind of big applications, they will give the small applications and they want to do that small applications to complete the development. Usually the proof of concept has development of the application or else automation. It has to complete usually 7 to 10 days. Once proof of concept has been completed, so we have to hand over into client. This is the way we have to planning to implement our or your clear tax application. So this is the POC project or else process. So if client has approved okay, I'm okay for that, you can start your design and development and test case preparation for the clear tax application. So in that case, the proof of concept is the main area before coming up to the implementation. So once the proof of concept has completed, we have to move on to original design and as well as development. So once the document has been ready, the development has been start. So the development of the implementation, every process has different challenges. For example, we had automated one process previously. The first thing is behavior of the application. So what are all the challenges we faced in our implementation? The behavior of application is very important. Sometimes actually we taken that application, the development environment. Usually when we start to develop, so first question we have to raise development, testing and production. It must be same environment, which means if I want to automate clear tags, which I was developed in clear tags must be same login, same user ID, same password and same text boxes and same button, which has been tested must be the same URL, maybe the different URLs, but the UI must be same. All the UI controls must be same. In production must be same. Suppose some of the applications, when we automate one of the application, client as well, they doesn't know their environment properly. So we started our development and application automation has completed. Everything is cool. So when we started our testing, it's working fine, no issues because the same environment, dev environment, and their application has working fine and testing has been completed. Once we moved into production and UAT, user acceptance testing, they had tested with their own environment. The problem has started. So every page has 10 to 15 controls. That controls has been control that HTML IDs are changed and the name has been changed and the DOMX path has been changed. For each and every server refresh, their server has every week they have some refreshing has been doing on it. Every refresh that IDs has been changing frequently. So this would be the challenge and this automation will not be success 100% because if every time it's changing the controls, the automation will not work. The second thing is, so previously before we starting we started to automation, the first question we have to raise, any upgrade of the application will be happen and when it will be happen. Before automate any application, if they want to upgrade in the meantime, previously we had automated one of the application. that is SAP version they had updated from lower version to higher version. We are developing, our development has been completed. In the meantime, they are updated their version from lower environment to higher environment. So most of the UAE has been changed, and whatever team had done, that has been need to change based on the new version of the SAP environment. So in that case, if any upgrade has been in the meantime, probably we can develop and we can start with our development in once the upgrade has been done, or else that upgrade will not be done. Two ha- these two has to be managed. These type of details has to be managed before our automating our applications. The third thing is, when we automate our application, when we implement our application, our environment, which means Excel, Word, Outlook, must be same version as like client. So we faced some issues when they changed their Excel, Word, and Outlook environment. Suppose we developed at 10.0, if client has changed or client has working as like as 9.0, then probably most of the window titles will not work out and automation will be failure, sorry, in the particular area. Then whatever you implemented perfectly, that will not work out. So we have to clearly mention our deployment document. Actually, before going to any environment, every environment has some deployment document. The document you has to mention properly. This is the version we developed. This is the version has to be available in other environment. Otherwise, this automation will be failure. So these type of things you has to mention, and you have to inform it to your client before automate to any process. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching this. We can discuss some more implementation issues in our next videos.